Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Movie Social. We're your hosts, Ricky and Steph.
What up, what up, what up?
Today on Movie Social, we're going to be doing a spoiler review for, you guessed it, WandaVision Episode 6. And with this being Episode 6, that means we only have 3 other episodes left. But fear not. Falcon and Winter Soldier are almost here.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it'll be coming out either within that following week or 2 weeks after WandaVision ends up in March. So won't have that long to wait between the next Marvel Cinematic event, which is good. Finally pushing that along. But let's go into WandaVision here. But before we do that, if you like what we're doing on this channel with these reviews for movies, TV shows, video games, and anime, go ahead and like the video, and please subscribe to the channel, and share the video on the channel with your family and friends. Alright, so Steph, first of all, what do you think about the costumes?
It was as they say, the homage back to
the comics.
Yeah, the comics back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, something like that.
And in the heyday.
Yeah, well years ago.
Yeah.
Said that.
But it was spot on, really interesting.
What was funny to me when it came to those costumes was that Vision had a paper diamond or a paper stone over his actual stone.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
You know, the whole time I was looking at that, I was like, that's about to be Uzi. He's about to have that paper diamond come falling out of his head.
Terrible.
What possesses anyone? Vision, talk to this man.
The kids develop powers.
Yeah. And I mean, I could have sworn they already had powers with them aging themselves up, so.
True. One has speed like his uncle.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one has telekinesis. So I'm gonna say he can probably develop powers like his mom, most likely.
I think also it's supersonic hearing, too, is to be able to hear and see what was going on with Vision.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot happened in this short amount of time. I tell you, every time it starts getting good, we get the please stand by. I'm like, I'm tired of standing by.
So I have a what's what I'm looking for here. I just have a theory. Vision can't leave.
Well,
obviously, because he started to die.
He was dying. He's dead in real life, so.
And I love.
But before you hold on, since we're on Vision dying, that brings me to a question. Do you think Vision will be permanently dead, or is he somehow going to come back to life completely? Because the way they put it in the beginning, Wanda dumped it back together again. But as we've seen in this episode, he just fell completely apart once he left out of her vortex.
Yeah, so I think he's dead. Like, he's going to be gone.
But see, we gotta see what happens with Black Panther and all.
True.
Who knows? Do they find that piece, put it back in him? Does he not want to? Technically, because in his will, he didn't want all that. So,
I just want to talk about something really quickly as well. The way they did our girl, the hacker, and the girl who found like the radio waves and was actually the way they did her was dirty.
Of course.
Well, cuff her to a car, and as the hex started to expand, he just left her there. That's messed up.
Yeah, I mean, Kate's character has actually evolved a lot, though.
Yeah, for sure. I just think,
and she, the whole time, she never wants to go inside the vortex, but now she's forced in.
Mm-hmm.
She goes out there trying to help with Vision. Because, all right, let's break this down now, that whole situation. So now they found a way to track them inside of the vortex with using Vision in a way.
Yeah, the vibranium from him.
Yeah, and most of the people inside the town are now starting to have some type of adverse effects because of Wanda's spell or whatever you want to call it on them. where now a lot of them aren't even moving their dumb as doorknobs, basically.
I think I have a theory
fighting
for
their
that.
emotions.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I think I have a theory for that.
I mean, personally, me, I think they're gonna break free of her spell somehow. At some point, it's just gonna wear off of them completely. Because right now, I think they're teetering between being able to establish their own emotion and feelings for it, but can't physically act at this time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Vision. He's able to understand now a lot more that something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
Has this urge to get out. Same thing I think is going to happen with them.
So my theory is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wanda, and this is just just like a common thing that I noticed. Wanda to me is like a Bluetooth speaker, right? So say for example, Wanda's in the middle. Mm-hmm. She's sending off her powers, radio waves, whatever the case may be, right? Mm-hmm. But the further you get from her, maybe the further the adverse of her powers. Because it seemed like the closer they were, because the closer to that particular area was closer to the outside or closer to the
remember, you got to see what he said. They moved. She purposely sent them there because of the way they were responding. Because remember, the lady when the episode started was in the house with them.
Yeah.
And now she's out on the outskirts of the town.
Yeah, well, she was until she drove back or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, because I think Wanda's actually sending them because there's other people that they had seen in the episodes prior that now are living out there. Because I'm thinking because she doesn't want everybody else to see them that way, and for whatever reason she can't reverse what's going on with them, so she's sending them to the outskirts.
Where these kids come from? Like what you call Mitchie? Yeah, well, where these kids come from?
She just was like this. But before we even close out this, we gotta acknowledge the Malcolm in the Middle version.
Oh yeah,
of this episode
because they're in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm like our era.
Yeah, they're in the 90s now.
Welcome. Thank you.
So my question is, do we get any more episodes
of them being in the 90s?
No. Because obviously every episode that they've been in the decade, they expand in decades. What I'm saying is this: so how we were watching the first 3 episodes, we were watching the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, are we going to get a 2000 version of it, or is it just going to basically be focused on trying to resolve the issue at hand rather than actually getting another episode of Wanda?
I mean, technically, they're all each going to be episodes, regardless. They all were.
Oh no, I get that. What I'm saying, like how I'm trying to explain this is this.
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying it's still going to technically still be an episode of everything's going on, even them trying to solve everything. In her eyes, it's still considered an episode.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, are we going to see that? Like not in, so you know how it switches back and forth between like the inside and then watching it on TV and then seeing
technically the inside, the outside is not on the inside. So
technically speaking, yeah. Now
so
since she expanded it, and I think the only people who actually wasn't caught was Rambo and the other guy.
I don't know. They might be caught inside because remember they were going to try and go in anyway.
Oh yeah,
she expanded her whole.
And then they started when they realized it was crazy. They realized that it was expanding way quicker. How this is what
the chopper was hilarious.
Bro, how is it that you're this close, right? So from here to whatever, you're this close and you don't realize it's expanding, but people further away realize that it's expanding, but you're close.
Because when you're further back too, you can also see the depth of field.
Man,
as well.
If something is close to me and I know for sure,
you already close. So sometimes you don't realize how close you are, and that it's getting closer. But the whole thing was hilarious at the end, especially with the helicopter going in there and then turning into a blimp, and then you got all their setup and gear turning into circus equipment and all. I'm like,
people turning to clowns.
Now we're gonna have a circus coming in town. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. People.
It's gonna be interesting.
My whole thing is, why does she expand it so much?
Well, she's trying to trap them all.
Well, yeah, true.
Bring them all under her control to try to stop this idiot. Because once again, you have a government official that doesn't want to listen to anyone but thinks he knows it all and then causes more destruction.
I really want to know what was his secret. Like that, remember that hidden file or that hidden that she couldn't get to yet? She was trying to. I really want to know what he was doing.
Maybe it's something that he knows that can weaken her. Or control Wanda? Who knows?
Yeah.
Because as we know right now, it's very hard. I just want to know: are we going to get any other Avengers to pop up at towards the end of this? Maybe we get Doctor Strange, possibly, because she is WandaVision. Well, Wanda is supposed to be inside the multiverse. Okay. We'll see.
For sure.
But what do you guys think is going to happen in these last 3 episodes, given all the events of these past few episodes that we've gotten? Let us know in the comments below, and until next time.